Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Think of all that time. Every wait in the winter. All that time. No one else saw. Every sprint in the summer. Think of every sacrifice. Early mornings on the levee. Late nights in the film room. Bus rides to playoff games. Every bump in the road. Every moment of ecstasy. Every moment of doubt. Years wondering. Is it all worth it? It's all led to this. Man, I got this. It's a 60-minute drive for a 60-minute game. After all the miles we've traveled, we're almost there. After all the hours we've worked, one more can make us legends. After all that time, this is our time. Caveman on the line. HG got the stats.
No filters, no suits, just facts on blast.
He seems like no nonsense guy. Like
re-emphasize that for the Saints fans out there on TikTok. Caveman. What did you just say?
The rebuild starts right now.
Marshawn
Lattimore's gone, so the defense, like we're not getting any better.
To the left, got the edge and grind. We break it all
Get it into
down
Smith.
like
What a pass! Got Daniel Smith with the game winner! Oh my goodness!
And that is why you have Aaron Fry pass the ball in.
We roar from the base to the backfield floor. No filters, no fake control. We
So really, like you have you have the best quarterback in the league, arguably, the best wide receiver in the league, and you've got the best edge rusher in terms of total sacks in the season. You're 4-7, and your playoff chances are hanging on by it.
HG on deck, stats loaded and primed. Reading the field.
Let's make it interesting.
We're making it interesting. Come on. Give us the freaking one.
Breaking down ball like a heat wave blade.
Oh, let's go! Oh, no. Put him in there. Did not put him in there.
We see through the hype. Call out the Warriors.
So don't you go saying that you're never going to see that. You're such a hater.
The station where our veterans' voices are heard, MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Welcome, Quack.
Program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
For your
All right, everyone. You are looking live at Till the Final Whistle on a nice Wednesday morning here in Colorado. We got a lot to break down for you. The NBA trade deadline ended yesterday afternoon. And I mean, this has to be one of the most boring trade deadlines in NBA history that we witnessed yesterday.
Oh,
Anyone,
so uneventful.
everybody that was, all the big shakers are just staying where they on their rightful teams for the rest of the year, and we'll see what happens in the offseason. But our biggest trade was the Clippers picking up Darius Garland and a second-round pick for old James Harden.
Yeah, that one
That was really the biggest one.
some mild excitement, I guess. I mean, like LA kind of threw a monkey wrench into the chemistry that team had, like going 17-4 over like January into February. Obviously you're inserting a new guard in there who's kind of a different type of archetype of player. I mean, the Cavs made some moves. I mean, they definitely are in the more win now mentality. So Donovan Mitchell and James Harden are running the 1 and 2. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's still got Jared Allen over there. They got Keon Ellis too, the trade deadline. Evan Mobley.
Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, they got Dennis Schroeder now
off the bench there. So I mean, like I don't hate the short term for the Clippers or for the Cavaliers rather. I mean, Harden's still a pretty good player. I mean, he's having himself a fine season. He's let's see, there he is. He's 16th in the league in scoring, averaging 25 a game, he's third in the league in assists, still shooting 42% from the field. So I mean, like he's still giving you fine minutes out there. Can score really well and is still obviously has a very deep bag and can do a lot for you. But I just think he's 36, so this seems like a very like we are trying to win now type of move by the Cavaliers.
It's definitely interesting for them too because they got rid of a young player that I feel like kind of has more of an upside than James Harden, at least right now, because we've seen it before. Anytime James Harden gets in the playoffs since 2015, it's been some pretty bad performances from him. And then in the end of the day, gives up on the team and wants out in the end of the day. Like him and Morey in Houston seemed like they were getting along well. They brought in Dwight Howard, didn't work out. Go for CP3 next. He gets injured. That doesn't work out. Get rid of him. Then bring in Russ. Then he just full on leaves Houston after that. Goes and meets up with KD and Kyrie. And then after one season and choking a 3-2 lead against the Bucks, leaves them too.
Bails out.
Gets picked up by Morey. And really the main reason that Ben Simmons was traded to the Brooklyn Nets because of the past relationship, at least I feel like, past relationship that those two had. So he gets picked up by Philly in that trade. A bad playoff performance from him. And then he says he'd never work with Daryl Morey again. And then he's out of Philly on to LA requesting another trade.
Guy is just a lot of drama wherever he goes. This is a puzzling one. I'm just not sure why he wanted out. I mean, I can understand why the Cavs might have wanted him. I think right now he's still just he's a better player than Garland is. I mean, even if they don't win this season, are they hoping that him being there might attract another big name player to come play there? I just can't imagine the Cavaliers would have that much cap to work with, or they might be getting close to the second apron.
That's what kind of makes me feel like they're in win now, because I mean, James Harden is not going to be making a cheap dollar. They really only have Darius Garland probably on his second contract. for rookie deal probably just barely ended not too long ago. So
Yeah.
they definitely are going to they're trying to push to win right now. 30-21. Like you were saying, they're 17-4 over the last like month and a half, a month or so.
That's the Clippers were the ones that are 17-4.
Okay.
Yeah, the Clippers got off to a really bad start, but they've been winning
They've turned it
a
around.
lot of games. Yeah. And they've pushed their way back up into the play-in after being out of it. And so, yeah, this was a confusing move because it's like LA was starting to play like a team that could make the playoffs, and you make this change. I mean, I think they could still make the playoffs with Garland, and maybe once he gets get some chemistry with the rest of his team and gets integrated into the Clippers rotation better, I think they might even end up being a better team overall. Kawhi's having an amazing season, so
that's what's really crazy to me is like they weren't doing that bad.
Yeah. And I mean, so I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting because you think of like Harden and Mitchell are both pretty ball dominant guards, so that might be an interesting dynamic that they have to try to work out. I think those guys are both like you want them to try to have the ball in their hands, but Mitchell definitely more of a scorer first. I think Harden's while Harden has at times in his career been had the score first mentality, I think as he's gotten a little older, he's adopted more of a playmake first mentality and score second, and so like he can still put up points and he can playmake for you.
Which I think he's third in assists. So I mean,
I think he's going to probably be the best playmaker on the Cavaliers now. Like D-Mitch, Garland were by no means like terrible at that, but
they're both scorers in their own right, I would say.
So I think like Harden with some of those athletic bigs, can he get Mobley's kind of hit more of a slump this year, can having a bit more playmaking so to bring him out of that. I mean, good on the Cavs for being aggressive because excuse me. I mean, the East is pretty wide open. Like you've got like the Celtics don't have Tatum right now. I mean, the Raptors, that's a good team, but there's still a lot of youth there. I mean, New York's is having their problems with Cat and Brunson defensively. The 76ers, they're starting to get healthy, and I mean the Pistons are looking really good. So I mean, that's like if you think like if you wait a year, next year, you're gonna have probably a fully healthy Celtics. Pistons will be good. The Raptors are going to be more experienced. The 76ers are going to be even healthier, and then their third option is going to have a year of experience under his belt. So it's like, I mean, the East might start to get a little harder to win, and so you've really got to be just like.
That's a good point. Yeah, they get aggressive this season.
Halliburton,
choice. Yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton's going to be back with probably a new center, and the Pacers with likely a top 5 pick. So, like that'll, and then who knows what the Wizards and Trae Young will look like. The Hornets are on the come up. So I mean, like, I feel like things are starting to get a little tighter in the East, where if it's not this year or the next, it's going to start to get really tough.
Oh yeah.
Um,
And you got a player like that, 25 points per game, top 20, getting top 15 scoring right now, and then third in assists. Got a player like that out of a pretty tough Western Pacific. The Lakers are 30-19, Phoenix 31-20 out of nowhere, and Golden State's still ahead of the Clippers too at 27-24. So you really got aggressive and made a pretty solid move. I mean, hopefully it helps them in the playoffs, because I like seeing Donovan Mitchell win out there.
I think he's one of those guys. I'm like, he deserves a ring, man. He's such a beast, and it would be cool to see Mitchell win one. So
As long as they ain't going up against Denver.
yeah,
That's all right.
I mean, I don't care how much I like Donovan Mitchell. I'll root for him to lose every time he plays the Nuggets. But yeah, that was. So this is there's some intrigue, I guess, with this Harden trade. There's some excitement. I think long term, the Clippers are getting a lot more out of it. But again, man, just boring. I was. I thought the Bucks were going to move Giannis. I mean, now that's going to be the off-season drama. He's gone. Like he's getting traded. And then a guy I'm surprised that there wasn't, there wasn't a team that tried to make a move for him or something was the Warriors didn't try to make any moves, but
yeah, that was really interesting too.
Ja Morant didn't get traded. I was expecting him to get for something to happen with him, but instead
NBA Centel tried to hit everybody at like midnight last night, saying he was going to Timberwolves.
Which that would have made a lot of sense to me because they don't really have they need like a true point guard. I think that's a really good team, but without like DiVincenzo and Ant are both more, they're shooting guards. I mean, DiVincenzo's a 3-point shooter. Ant's a scorer. He's a slashing guard that likes to attack the rim. When you like teams that have really good front court really good backcourt defensive pressure, like that's where I think the T-Wolves can get in trouble. They're gonna get run off the court in the playoffs by like a team like OKC or even like the Rockets, really.
Oh yeah.
So
they're one of the favorites right now in like betting to pick up Giannis.
I've been seeing that. That would be, oh man, that would be a scary duo with Giannis and Ant out there.
I mean, yeah, just don't even try to contest the lane.
No. They're gonna be people are gonna be just getting posterized left and right. I mean, that might become the poster printing capital.
Yeah, no threes is the game plan if you're playing Minnesota with Giannis and Anthony Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Just let them try to beat you with dunks.
They're gonna get their twos. No threes.
Yeah, don't even worry about them in the paint.
Well, the Grizzlies did end up trading one of their star players, but it wasn't the one we thought. It was Jaren Jackson Jr. And this is like just such a head scratching trade because the Jazz traded for him. Like the Utah Jazz, who are 16-35 with Lauri Markkanen as their best player. And I mean, now they just kind of bring in like the Lauri Markkanen, but like as a better defender, really. And a bit less jump shooting ability. So
and those two guys starting is still like, I guess they're kind of trying to build something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like Lowry
To
at
me,
power forward.
Jaren Jackson Jr. and Larry Markkinen, they're both role players. Like they're elite level role players. So like this is a discussion we were having at work, but like you kind of like, I don't know, some people see like you have your superstars, your stars, and then your role players. But I'm like, I think you just have like, or it's like you have your stars, you have your role players, which are starters, and there's like there's the elite role players to the average role players, and then you have your rotational guys, which are guys that come off your bench. And to me, it's like Jaren Jackson Jr., Lauri Markkinen are both those two guys like as a second option, or like elite second options to have. It would be fantastic, but they just can't. I don't think either of them have a deep enough bag to really carry a team or elevate a team.
Definitely not. I think
they're
it's definitely a
exceptional
start,
players, but
it's definitely a start. And I mean, the Jazz depth chart has Svi Mikhailuk listed twice in their third lineup. So they're starting from scraps. Like Lowry Markkinen being the best player and getting the first 50-point game since Karl Malone that's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with the pieces that you got now, I think if Keontae George, Ace Bailey, Cody Williams have a pretty solid year, that come time for the offseason, one of those guys probably gets moved for their legitimate guy.
Yeah.
Or they're actually smart in the draft and they go after their guy. Like they win the lottery and that's the team that goes and gets AJ. I mean, that's the guy that's just pure bucket. Yeah. I mean, the Jazz front office smart enough to develop AJ DeBonsta, though, after what we've seen from him this season. I don't think so.
That's true. It wouldn't have to move if that's where he ended up going.
He wouldn't even have to move.
Well, not state.
Not too far.
I don't think BYU's in Provo, Utah. Not.
You'd have to move a few cities.
Yeah,
not too far.
But let's just pack up a U-Haul and drive up to Salt Lake. So that wouldn't be too bad. I think Memphis won this trade. I mean,
yeah,
Jaren Jackson still got it's just like the contract thing now. Like Triple J has got a decent sized contract. Same with Laurie.
For never playing, it's just too much of a contract.
And then Ace Bailey's been kind of disappointing this year.
Yeah, he's been really inconsistent. That's what I'm saying. Like they got a guy that could really fill it up if they need to in their starting lineup. A few guys, like even Keontae George. It's just like, is the front office and the coaching staff on Utah ever really going to make the right moves to get the right development for those type of players?
Right. I don't think so. But I mean, Memphis seems to be like they're just getting ready to go into a rebuild mode. What I think right now they weren't finding they weren't getting enough attractive offers for Ja Morant. And so I think they're hoping the hope with him is he can come back, play pretty well, and maybe drive up his value just a bit more for them. But I think what they're seeing, like, hey, we've got kind of our top two players. Like we're kind of just middling. We're not like really able to be competitive or contend, and we can't really bottom out. So we're going to have to blow this up. We're moving on from Triple J. We get 3 future firsts, which were, but the 3 future firsts were like picks that the Jazz had from other teams. And so that's not a huge amount of value, but it's still 3 first-round picks. But I like an exciting young guard than Walter Clayton Jr., Taylor Hendricks, George Niang's a good rotational piece. Same with like Kyle Anderson is kind of like teeters up between being like a rotational guy and a role player. So I mean some guys to that you can maybe keep around or leverage and use in the future. But I think you're like we're not done with the John Morant series. I think he's going to be another big trade name in the off season, or I don't know, maybe potentially that relationship gets repaired, and now that they've cleared up some space, they get aggressive and they try to pair up him and Giannis. Or
At this point, you got to start thinking of something, because remember how competitive this team legitimately was with John Morant healthy, Triple J healthy, Dylan Brooks, and Desmond Bane all in that starting lineup together. I'm pretty sure they had like Steven Adams or something that year, but they actually set a tone. That was really aggressive.
Right. They were the
physical basketball team.
I mean, just 2 years ago, or I guess 3 now, but 2023, they were the 2 seed going into the playoffs. Like that was a really good team. They won over 50 games.
They've been slowly falling apart since that. I feel like something happened after they got knocked out of that playoffs. That just slowly was a downward spiral. Because like the John Morant and the whole like live stream thing with the guns or whatever, that's a whole different thing. Like that's not even like, I feel like something happened where they just slowly fell apart because they lost Dylan Brooks, and then Desmond Bane got traded away, or they let him walk to go to Orlando this year.
First they lost Dylan Brooks. They traded, Desmond Bane got traded. That was a big trade. And I mean, like Ja just through suspensions and injuries, he just couldn't see the court, and so I think that it fell a lot onto younger players and less experienced guys to set a tone in the culture for that team, and it just didn't.
Their first mistake was getting rid of Dylan Brooks and Steven Adams to Houston. That was their first mistake.
Dylan Brooks, man, like that guy's kind of he brings good energy to a team. Like I know, like he's kind of an arrogant, jerk, but like
he's like Draymond in a way where it's like
the trash talk, in
a good way,
the in your face. I mean, like, and the
that
way
player's type to me is like the janitor, like in the best way possible. Not like saying that they're out there mopping the floor. I'm saying that that's just like somebody that they're going to guard 1 through 5, even if they're the smallest dude on the court, because he's out there and guards Wemby most of the time for Houston. So it's
does the dirty work,
crappy,
and it's just like
he's the janitor.
I think it really motivates the teammates around them, because I mean, like you look at Houston, really they like surged up into the 2 seed with him there, and now he's here on Phoenix, dude. Like everyone thought that the Suns were going to be terrible.
They're good. That's a great team now.
That Devin Booker was just going to be like desperately trying to get this team into the play-in, and they're 31-20 and sitting at the 6th seed right now. So I mean, they're playing to stay out of the play-in and just in the normal seeding right now. Like that's where they're at, and I mean they have a much better chance of being the 6th seed than any of the teams below the Timberwolves. So I mean, it's really like they're just trying to keep pace and stay in front of Minnesota right now. And I mean, hell, the Lakers or the Rockets, maybe even like Denver, San Antonio goes on a bit of a skid, and like things could definitely shift. It's like 1 through 7. I mean, even 1 through 8, there ain't like a huge disparity. It's only like Golden State's only 13 games back of OKC, which I doubt they'll go on that much of a losing streak. But I mean, it's like it's a really tight race there in the West, and I don't think a lot of people expected the Suns to be that like one of the teams right there in the mix. Memphis
screwed up, man. They screwed up. At least At least I do agree that they did win this trade.
A glue guy. That was what the term I was
Glue
looking for.
guy.
That's what Dylan Brooks is kind of like that. I don't like his just the vibe and energy he brings to the court. I mean, like the way he'll fight for his teammates, like
Holding the team together.
to some, to people outside the team, it comes across as pompous and arrogant and rude. But like, I mean, it motivates his teammates. I mean, it definitely. His teams have been successful wherever he's been the past couple of years. So,
And it's not.
I think he plays like a decent part in that. And it's not like he's a bad basketball player either.
Yeah, no. When he goes out there, he does what he needs to do.
He's averaging 21 a night right now. Let's see, he got around 4 rebounds a game. So, plays some good defense. Like he can go out there, score. He shoots the ball pretty well. Like
The glue guys. Shout out to the glue guys. Shout out to the janitors of the teams out there, getting out there doing the dirty work. You always need to have somebody that's just more of a dog than everybody on the court, on the field. So like we always say, it's not about X's and O's, it's about Jimmy's and Joe's, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Some other mildly interesting trades. We kind of touched on this, but Dennis Schroeder, Keon Ellis ended up going to Cleveland for DeAndre Hunter. Then the Bulls were also in the mix. They got Dario Saric, 2 future first-round picks. Keon and Dennis, I think they're going to be the bench guys, which, I mean, that's on a solid front. That's a pretty solid front court off the bench, honestly. Backcourt. I gotta stop saying front court. So solid backcourt off the bench there. I mean,
Mentioning the Kings, though, that's a kind of another name we didn't see get traded was Sabonis. I kind of figured they would make a move there.
True. I don't know how I feel about Sabonis. I mean, he had that all-star season, but he's kind of just, I don't know how much he really would, how much of an asset he would really be. I feel like he's kind of been on the decline since that season. I mean, now he's only averaging 15 a game, so the scoring's gone down a little bit. And his thing was like he was able to play make, but like that's even sort of going down. He's only averaging 4
assists
a game. So.
He's shooting 18% from 3. Oh man.
Right.
Yeah, I guess they didn't really have too much value from this season to get off of him in this trade deadline. I mean, that team, it's just kind of pretty obvious that they're 12-39 though.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks that they are, but it's pretty unfortunate.
It's the home of like guys that once showed some promise, but then have really never amounted to impactful players.
Like
Russ was an impactful player, but he's just old now.
Yeah, like their youngest player on the roster is Keegan Murray and Nick Clifford.
Mm-hmm. Nick's a rookie, I think. Right. I mean, like Malik Monk, there was a guy you're like, oh, he could be potentially really impactful player one day. I mean, like Sabonis was like just a couple of years ago, you're like, oh, he was maybe up to shooting his way up to stardom. DeMar DeRozan never really became that guy anywhere. Keegan Murray, another guy where it's like there was some potential there, but just never really. He sort of leveled out and never really developed anymore as a player. Like Zach LaVine, the athleticism and explosiveness, just never.
It's where the nickname DeFrozen comes from.
Mm-hmm.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, I'm looking up their schedule. How many games in a row did they lose here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think they're on a 9-game losing streak.
Oh, geez.
Nice. Well, everyone, mark your calendars. The day after the Super Bowl, we've got the game of the year in the NBA: Pelicans Kings. Make sure you're tuning in. They're calling it the game, the battle for the 14th.
There we go.
Yeah.
And there's also the Wizards playing the Pacers anytime soon, or Nets Wizards anytime soon.
I think they are. I think the Wizards got the Pacers. Let me see. That's February 20th. So, it's a back-to-back, the 19th and the 20th.
There we go.
They're playing each other twice. Yeah, that'll be fantastic. That'll be fantastic. The Pacers just lost to Utah, not the Nets. Bad.
I really can't wait for Tyrese Halliburton to be back though on this team because,
like I said, they're gonna probably have a top 5 pick, a new center.
I think Tyrese and Ben Mathurin in that starting lineup is probably going to be a really, really good chemistry because got a elite guy that could be an elite scorer in Ben Mathurin, and then you got the playmaking from Tyrese. I can't wait to see it. Maybe they got a new center too, like you were saying, but move Siakam over to the 4.
Yeah, Pascal Siakam still playing at a high level.
Like their depth isn't horrible when they got Halliburton because you got Nembhard and TJ McCollum, Johnny Furphy, Jarris Walker, Jay Huff. It's really going to be a pretty good team when Tyrese Halliburton comes back and they make some moves. I'm excited.
Did you see this must have been like an AI video or something, but of Jay Huff dunking normally?
No way.
Yeah.
No way. I gotta find this when we go on break real quick because
I swear to God, I'm like, oh, that has to be AI. There's no way he didn't just reverse game that.
No way.
All right.
Let me find this.
While you pull that up, a couple other nothing burger trades. Vic Krejci for Duop Reith. That was between the Blazers and the Hawks. I bet.
Wow. That's got to be AI. It's just a normal 2-hand dunk.
Normal 2-hand flush. Doesn't try to reverse it or anything. Mike Conley and Jaden Ivey are going to Chicago. The Pistons get Kevin Huerter, so 3-and-D guy, like kind of play. Well, 3 guy. I don't know about D, but and Dario Saric and a pick swap with the T-Wolves. The T-Wolves get cash consideration. This is a somewhat interesting trade. Anthony Simons for Nikola Vucevic. So now the Bulls have like no center.
Let's go and look at this roster really quick. I'm just going to count out how many guards are on this team now. 1, 2, Mike Conley and Ayo Dosunmu. That's 2. Josh Giddey and Jaden Ivey. 3, 4. Then we got Trey Jones and Yuki Kawamura, who's the shortest player in the NBA at 5'7", by the way. He's also listed as a guard, obviously. So that is 6. And then we got Anthony Simons, our newest pickup, makes 7. And can't forget about Kobe White. This team has 8 guards on the roster.
They have like no bigs. Like Voos was like, yeah. Are they finally trying to tank? I don't know.
Their only player listed as a center is 6'8" Lachlan Ulbrich. I believe he's a rookie from UC Riverside.
Oh my God.
Then they've got Zach Collins. And they have Patrick Williams, but he's 6'6".
So this is interesting from the Celtics. I thought, Anthony was having a pretty good season for him, especially he was coming off the bench. Like he's been a low-key 6-man of the year candidate, scoring 14 a night and shooting, let's see here, 39% from 3. So pretty solid numbers.
He's having a good year.
Yeah, pretty solid numbers coming off the bench there. I mean, he was one of their top scorers. So I didn't think the Celtics were hurt. Like, I mean, obviously center was one of their weaker positions. I didn't think they were hurting that bad necessarily. I thought Keita and Namas Keita was giving them solid minutes. I mean, he's averaging 10 points and 8 boards. Luka Garza had a fantastic night last night, dude. He was cooking the Mavericks, man. He hit 4 threes. He scored 16 points in 20 minutes. Him and Peyton Pritchard were going crazy off the bench for the Celtics. Pritchard dropped 26. Jaylen Brown had a 33 and 11 point. So this was kind of weird to me because I was like, I don't feel like the Celtics necessarily needed that much help at center. Also, I don't like Vus is solid, but I mean, like Keita and Garza were solid too. So, and they're a bit younger. Man,
this Bulls team is just stupid. Man,
Yeah.
because it's like, what are they even really trying to tank though? Because of just listen to some of these contracts that they have. Matas Buzelis this season's going to make $5 million. Zach Collins this season's going to make $18 million. Mike Conley this season $10 million. Dosunmu's going to make $7 million. Josh Giddey is on a $25 million deal. Jaden Ivey makes $10 million. Isaac Okoro makes $11 million. Anthony Simon, who they just picked up, who got a bag in Portland. Boston had enough money to pick up that contract in the offseason. Now you're traded for a guy that makes $27 million. You're adding that to your pile. Jalen Smith makes $9 million. Kobe White makes $12 million. And Patrick Williams makes $18 million. They're definitely in the second apron. And they're not even trying to contend. Like, they're not even selling. They're buying for no reason.
Chicago just does not want to be competitive. They just don't want to be relevant anymore.
Versus, like, you got 8 guards on the roster. Now it's like you got like 5 people that make more than $15 million for no reason.
Head scratcher. Yeah. This is, but for both of these teams, I just don't understand what they were going for. Like the Celtics, I had to just double check, but like they're 11th in the league in terms of rebounds per game. So it's not like they were struggling to get boards. They're, I mean, like
what?
I don't like. It's not like they needed a more defensive presence. They're literally the second best scoring defense in the NBA right now. They've got one of the best point differentials. I'm just not quite sure what Vucevic gives them.
Yeah, like
that Keita and Garza couldn't. I just feel like you're losing a lot with. I mean, like Pritchard is still probably your guy off the bench there. I mean, like he's scoring a little bit more, but like him and Simons were I mean, Pritchard was actually he was starting more because of the injury to Tatum, but for whatever reason, this game he came off the bench, and they had Shireman start with, which was confusing, but yeah, I don't know, man. That strange to me, but I mean, the Brad Stevens, the Celtics GM, is obviously he's made some good moves, so you know maybe there's just something I'm not seeing. But I mean, this is a team that's missing their best player, that's still 32-8 and second in their conference, so it's strange to me.
Yeah, that one definitely has me lost for both teams.
Yeah.
I know Boston, man, you just see what works until your guy comes back next year. And then you got both of your guys. Jaylen Brown, he's having a pretty solid season this year.
All-star starter?
He's gaining a lot more reps, getting more experienced. It's like all these players on Indiana. Like, I'm glad they didn't make any moves just yet. It's like they're all those guys are just getting more, becoming veterans now, and then you're gonna have your best player back and see what works with him around. Then go and make some moves.
And Jalen's averaging 29, 7, and 5, shooting
He's balling.
9% from the field. Yeah, he's having a great season. He's shooting from 3. I think he's been pretty daggers from there as well.
Oh, so the deadline actually ends on the 5th at 1 p.m. So we really could see a Giannis trade. Hopefully on the air today. That would be sick. That would be pretty sick to see that. Could see Giannis or Ja trade still. Okay.
I thought it was like the NFL where it ended on Tuesday evening. All right. Well, hopefully there's some more interesting shakeups. We're gonna go ahead and hit a quick break. And when we come back, we will go over the All-Star rosters and talk a little college hoops. So don't go anywhere. You're watching Till the Final Whistle here on Military Broadcast Radio.
You've got this. Even if today feels tough, your best chapter is just around the pond.
Whenever things get rough or it feels like you're at the edge, remember this. Storms pass.
Tough times don't last, but tough people do.
Every setback is just a setup for a comeback. Keep quacking forward. 90% of what we worry about in future never happens. Whenever things get rough or it feels like you're at the edge, remember this. Storms pass.
Tough times don't last, but tough people do.
Alrighty, everybody. You are looking live at Till the Final Whistle. I think we got to go into some college hoops real quick. I guess we got to do the All-Star lineups real quick before we get off that. I'm too excited to talk about college basketball, man. There was one of the funniest things happened last night. A few nights ago, Texas Tech and Kansas matching up. One of their best players, highest scoring players, suited up for the game, had a shoot around and everything. Crazy random illness somehow happened with it from the shoot around to the locker room and back on for tip off, and he didn't even play. And I'm pretty sure Kansas got to end up getting a huge upset on Texas Tech.
They did beat Texas Tech. That was on Monday night, right? I believe so. Yeah. I think Kansas was actually the higher ranked team, so it wasn't necessarily an upset, but it was on the road, so it might have been road dogs.
That Peterson dude is looking really, really like a veteran player, man. He's not looking like a freshman at all.
Kansas is such a good team with him on the court, man. They're almost unstoppable.
He's a beast.
Yeah. But let's go over the official final All-Star rosters. So they announced the world, and then we've got the USA Stars and USA something else team. Oh, Stripes.
Huh.
So the world team's pretty stacked. You've got Giannis, Denny Advia, Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Pascal Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns, and Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, okay. So there's 4 teams again, kind of like last year.
I think it's just 3. World, USA, and USA Stars, USA Stripes. And then I think there's like a Rising Stars team.
Okay, yeah. Because on here on the NBA.com thing, it says a Shaq's OGs with like Jaylen Brown, Steph Curry, KD, James Harden, Kyrie, LeBron, Oh, yeah. That's just, I think that's something else
Oh,
because it's got Tatum and Damian Lillard on Shaq's All-Star team, and they haven't even played this year. Must have been something else. Because I remember last year they had that tournament.
That was last year. That was how they had they drafted teams. But so the USA, I think this is the USA Stripes team, has Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard got in as an alternate, Donovan Mitchell, and Norman Powell.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean Kawhi almost got snubbed, man. He should have been in over.
That team's coached by Mitch Johnson.
Anybody in the East, but
yeah, seriously.
Even over I think that LeBron, Kawhi's played more games and is having a better year. But that's a solid team there. But again, it just does not the world team is just that's insane. I mean, Shea, Luka,
Cat's
Jokic,
on the world team.
Yeah, I think he's technically from. I don't remember what his country of origin is, but he is. I don't know if he was necessarily born in the United States.
That makes sense. Makes sense. It is a pretty stacked world team, though.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And then the Stars team, that's going to be Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren. So you got some teammates on there. Anthony Edwards, Chet, Jalen Johnson, and Tyrese Maxey.
Glad Jalen Johnson got in there.
He deserved the nod. I mean, hey, Norman Powell. Also, he was pretty deserving of it. He's been really great for Miami. Big reason why they've still been, semi-successful even without Jimmy Butler. I'm a little surprised Michael Porter Jr. didn't get a nod, though. I'm not going to lie. He's been having himself a really great season.
Did he end up getting hurt a few days ago?
Let's see. No, it says he's fine. Guy's averaging 25, 7, and 3.
I'm surprised he didn't at least get in there a little bit. At least a few votes.
Yeah, he should be in the 3-point contest at least.
Oh yeah. Coaches
for
your teams, Bickerstaff, Mitch Johnson, and Darko Rajakovic. I like that. Portland's faced a lot of adversity. Came out from being the assistant coach. Chauncey Billups gets in the FBI investigation. I mean, you're having a pretty decent season. I'll give it to Darko. I think that's a good pick for your world head coach. It's either him or I'm pretty sure the guy from Toronto is the other Darko guy. Other head coach with the first name Darko that used to play in the NBA.
I'm trying to see if I can find the complete
the full rosters.
Oh no, I'm looking for the 3-point contest and the dunk contest participants.
While you're looking for that, I'll go over our Rising Stars teams. We got Carmelo Anthony's team, Cooper Flagg, Reed Shepherd, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, Jeremiah Fears, Donovan Clingan, and Colin Murray Boyles. Team T-Max got Con Canoopel, Kella Ware, Trey Johnson, Alex Sarr. That's pretty cool. He's in there. AJ Mitchell, Jalen Tyson, and Cam Spencer. Vince Carter's team, VJ Edgecombe, Derek Queen, Kaishawn George, Matas Buzelis, Igor Denham, Cedric Coward, and Jalen Wells. I like that team the most so far. And team Austin Rivers got a team this year. There we go. Sean East II, Ron Harper Jr., David Jones Garcia, Yannick Conan, Niederhauser, Elijah Martin, Tristan Newton, and Yang Han Sen. Austin Rivers got the G League team this year, if anyone was wondering. If you didn't recognize most of those names. But got some G League players up in the Rising Stars Challenge too. That's pretty solid. This should be a pretty fun tournament too. It's looking like NBA All-Star Weekend is gonna clear the Pro Bowl and the NFL honors by a long shot.
Well, maybe not the honors, but the Pro Bowl for sure.
And the honors is the honors. Like I'm only looking forward to the honors. We might see Drew Brees get inducted into the Hall of Fame and Tyler Shuck win the Rookie of the Year all in the same day. That's all I'm looking forward to. I got my fingers crossed for that moment.
They only got 3 guys in the dunk contest this year. That's weird. That can't be right.
3?
I guess they've only confirmed 3. This is from 22 hours ago from Sports Center or Sports Illustrated rather. So we know for sure it's at least going to be Jalen Duren, Jackson Hayes, and Carter Bryant. And they might not have I don't know if they've confirmed everybody that's going to be in the 3-point contest either. The only one I've seen is Con Knipple. Let's see. Maybe Reed Shepard, Wemby potentially, Donovan Mitchell. No, that says Tyrese Halliburton. That's not happening. This might be an old one.
Only update on that one from 12 hours ago is that Con Knipple is going to be.
Yeah. Okay. So they haven't even unveiled that fully.
That's all they got.
Well, I found the celebrity all-star list. You guys want to hear that?
There we go. All right. What do we got?
Right, so first of all, the coaches are funny. So we've got one team is going to be coached by all 3 Antetokounmpo brothers, Giannis, Alex, and Thanasis, and Mookie Betts.
What?
So there's 4 coaches. And then the other team's got Anthony Anderson, Lethal Shooter, and Chris Brickley as the coaches. So Giannis's team, Giannis had players are going to be Jenna Bandy, Shams, so the reporter, and Shams Shanarian, however you say his name. Taco Fall, wasn't he like playing in the NBA just like 4 years ago?
Yeah,
something like that. Like that's just an actual former 7-foot tall NBA player.
Yeah.
That's
like what?
That doesn't seem fair at all, but okay. Rome Flynn, never heard of him. Keegan Michael Key. Jeremy Lin, so another former NBA player. Rick Chanel, Dylan Wang, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Kafu and Glorilla are going to round out Team Giannis, which I'm not going to lie. I mean, you've got a former 7-footer that played the NBA and a former point guard, as well as one of the best route runners in the NFL.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Plus, I mean, Shams looks like he's in good shape and he follows hoops pretty well. I mean, this team seems kind of stacked. All right, this team Lethal Shooter is going to consist of Bad Shah, Bad Shah, Bad Shah. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Cody Jones, Andre Degrassi, Matt Ishbia, Sam Leo. So Shang-Chi, the guy that played him in the Legends of the Ten Rings. Mustard.
Okay. Huh?
Is that DJ
like
Mustard?
DJ Mustard. Okay.
It just says Mustard, so I'm assuming that's.
I'm gonna hope that's what it. There's not a picture.
No, it's just I'm just reading the list of names.
That's funny.
Andre Andre Nunez, Taylor Frankie Paul. Hey, they all right.
Who the hell is that?
No idea. I don't honest like half these people. I'm like, these are celebrities. I have no idea who this is. We've got Jason Williams, aka White Chocolate.
Okay, that's
There we
pretty
go.
dope.
So they got one former Hooper, Keenan Allen, and Nicholas Van Steenbert. If hopefully I said that correctly.
Man, that team had 3 people that I knew. Unless Mustard is somebody else, then there's 2.
Right. Who else did you know? I knew
White Chocolate and Keenan Allen. We know Keenan Allen.
Yeah. Oh, Simu. Oh, that's not even Sam Leo. That's Simu Leo. So I have no idea who that is. That's not the guy that played Shang-Chi. I don't know.
Huh.
I'm not gonna lie. Team Giannis is probably gonna.
Yeah.
Bro, like how old is Taco
God.
Fall?
He's like 27 years old. He can't even be 30 yet. There's no way he's even 30 years old.
Like he was not that far removed from the league.
No.
See, like career stats. When was the last time he played? The last time he played in the NBA was back in the 2021-2022 season. Doesn't say like the last confirmed date here on ESPN, but he played 11 games in that season, started the game, only averaged 1.1 points. So it wasn't like he was by any means like a dominant player or anything, but I mean the guy's 7 feet tall. And let's see, let me go to his Wikipedia. Let's see if I can find when his last career game was. He was okay. I think he's actually 31 because he was born 1995. Or no, that would make him. Did I do my math wrong? That would make him 31, right? Yeah. Okay, now I did my math right.
31 years old. I mean, that's everybody else on there is much older than him. Or just not nearly as athletic.
I wonder if he played. I mean, he's still been playing like hoops from 2023 to 25, man. I mean, like, or after he left the league, he did a stint with the Zhejiang Flying Tigers, the Nanjing Monkey Kings, and then he went to the New Zealand Breakers. And currently, he's playing for the Ningbo Rockets.
So he better be out there just not even trying.
Yeah, this is wild, bro. Like this, he is.
They got a pro player going out in the celebrity game.
What the hell?
That doesn't add up.
That's even worse than them signing pro players back to college rosters, man. What the hell?
We're gonna see Taco Fall posterize Glorilla.
No, Glorilla.
Are they on the same team?
Glorilla's on his team, so we could see Glorilla throw a lob to Taco Fall.
Oh, we need that.
I'm honestly,
we need that.
I'm more excited for the celebrity game because I just want to see what are they gonna do against Taco Fall? Like genuinely, what is Lethal
What's the
Shooter
strategy?
gonna
Yeah,
do to stop him. He better just be out there trolling, bro. Like
someone's going on somebody else's shoulders to try and contest Taco Fall shot, and he's still gonna tower over that stack.
Man, what a couple of years they've got people that have dwarfism in the All-Star game. I don't know, maybe one of those people does. I like at some point we need to put the guy with dwarfism on Taco Fall. Like, oh, they set a screen and they switch, and so now like the little guy's gonna guard Taco.
I forget the guy. I know one year the dude that on Jackass, Wee Man, was in the celebrity game. I think his first name is Jason or something, but yeah, he was in there one year. They need to let us know what the game plan is for stopping Taco Fall.
Yeah, this is genuine.
What's gonna happen?
Perplexing. What are they going to do here?
I wish we knew more about our other contests there. I mean, the skills challenge. Does anyone really care about that?
Nah, the 3-point contest and the dunk contests are kind of fun to watch, but I don't know. Maybe the USA World Games. I'm more inclined to at least check it out, but again, I'm not. I don't have my hopes up too high. I'm not gonna lie. And then I didn't even watch the Pro Bowl. I just know Garrett Bowles caught 2 touchdown passes, so that was.
I did not watch the Pro Bowl. It was like
cool.
There was obviously they did little Pro Bowl games where they had all like the backyard games. Those were I mean, they did like a tug of war with like a blocking pad. There was a bunch of weights on the back of the blocking pad that you had to push off, and then you had to pull the chain. There was a bunch of people pulling the chains. NFC didn't even try. The NFC side didn't even start pulling the blocking pad, really. So the AFC guys are literally just pulling it with one arm, like showing off, flexing. They're like, the other team wasn't even trying. They weren't even competing against anything.
They're not even playing a real game, and people don't give a shit.
No.
It just
the walkthrough tush
man.
push, the walkthrough tush push that they ran pretty much to finish out the game.
Like none of the players take it seriously. There's gotta be something else. Like, there's a prize, isn't it, if you win? Like,
I think so.
And even then, like, you barely get any entertainment or effort out of the players on this.
It's flag football too, so all the centers that got selected into the Pro Bowl are down on one knee, snapping the ball. It's like there was a play, the AFC ran like a bunch of pitches after the throw. They were just doing a bunch of pitches. They tried to throw it to Tyler Lindenbaum. After he snapped the ball, he did not even move. He just sat there on one knee. He didn't even try to catch the ball when they pitched it to him. He like dodged out of the way. Like Tyler Lindenbaum didn't even care really all that much.
Man.
Most of the games, people didn't really seem like they're putting all their, at least like some effort into it.
That's brutal. That's, yeah.
And in the end of the day, they already moved it from Sunday to Tuesday. And it's not even like a Pro Bowl weekend. It's just like a random weekday that everyone was more worried about the trade deadline in the NBA than the Pro Bowl. Like they want the ratings to tank, so they don't have to really focus on it. They can just leave it for the kids on Disney XD and let SpongeBob commentate it. And they literally won't even have to do anything for the Pro Bowl. They just got to pay people to show up.
At this point, yeah.
So if they're gonna put it on Disney XD like that, you're gonna have the animated commentary crew. It's gonna be something weird here pretty soon. It's all part of their master plan to just get rid of the Pro Bowl.
I say scrap the Pro Bowl, select rosters, and then those guys can like do like a charity Madden tournament or something. They don't have to actually play any football on a field because
if it's a risk of getting hurt, then they should just play like video game or something.
Make it turn into and then you can turn it into a tournament. The 4 worst teams, the 4 top 4 picks, it's a tournament to determine where in the draft you get the draft. Probably won't do that, but man, I mean, you think it might be at least a little more competitive. All right, well, let's shift over to college football or basketball rather, because man, there have been some competitive games, and I think there's a couple of key top 25 conference matchups that we got to cover. I'm gonna flash us back to Friday night. We had the Battle of Michigan between the Wolverines and the Spartans. MU versus MSU, or UM versus MSU. And that was the Wolverines, man, coming out of this one looking pretty dominant.
They beat the crap out of them.
Yeah, they were up 42-26 at halftime and ended up winning this by a final of 83-71. Yeah, Michigan's looking pretty good. Besides that one weird home loss to Wisconsin, they've been pretty dominant against most of the teams they've played. I mean, they've clobbered Auburn and Gonzaga. We've obviously talked about that. They blew the doors off of USC when they played them, and then they've. I mean, really, their closest matchup was against Nebraska, and so they've, in a short span, they take down Nebraska and they take down Michigan State, and now sit alone at the top of the Big Ten. Well, I shouldn't say alone. Illinois is right on their tail, but they've got
nearly in a league of their own up there. They're
good.
On a different level.
That's a big physical team, man. But I mean, they still got some guards that can stress you a little bit from three. But I mean, they really like to just bully you inside in the paint. And I think like that's the thing is like they're just so big and strong. Like it's just so hard to not foul this team. Like they got to the line a ton in this one. 23 makes on 26 attempts. Lindenberg was your leader in this one, man. He scored 26 points, had 12 rebounds in this one. The 6'9" forward, man, out of New Jersey. Just a force on this team. On the flip side, Fears had a good game for the Wolverines. This one, 31, 5-7. Also recorded 4 steals. But I mean, it's clear like Fears is a baller. I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried about some of his teammates though when they get like pressed like this. How that's going to work out for Michigan State. Something kind of similar happened against Duke, where they struggled to score. They only scored 60 points, but they played a lot better defense in that one. And then again, like Nebraska, like they were able to at least play better defense in this one. That was just another really defensive matchup. And then, like if they can't keep it close with their defense, man, like sometimes their shot making just gets real shaky. Like they start taking, like, I don't know, the shot selection gets a little shaky in my eyes. I mean, I think they're not really like a great team when they're just chucking up 3-point shots.
Yeah. When they get down, it does seem like it gets a little sketchy for them. They're not really able to stay composed in those moments to get them back in a run. They're not having a bad year though. They're 19-3, and they just don't want to lose too many here because with Nebraska, Illinois,
Purdue
right around there too. Yeah,
definitely, they're a team that would want to be having a top seed for sure, or they want to be a higher ranked seed. I think they're going to have a home game against Illinois, and then another big test. They got to go on the road to Purdue and on the road to finish their season in Michigan. So that'll be, I think they need to really, I mean, it'll be important for them to maybe pick up a win against another win against a top 25 team. They did take down Arkansas and North Carolina early in the year, but then since then, when they've played some top teams, Duke, Nebraska, and now Michigan, they haven't been able to get it done. So I got a lot. I think still have faith in Tom Izzo. He's a great coach. But they've just kind of been, they just kind of got pressed in this one and maybe a little exposed.
Our 2 undefeated teams continue their streak. Miami of Ohio got in a pretty close one last night. Some action against Buffalo on the road. Only won 73-71. I'm surprised that the Red Hawks are still undefeated, man. It feels like they are just that close to letting too many games slip, but they're just in that level of competition where they're not really facing the most experienced teams in college right now. And I want to see how they look in the tournament, because I mean they're obviously going to most likely win this conference.
Yeah, I mean I think they'll make it. Let's see. I mean, who do they got still left on the schedule? They got to play Marshall. How's Marshall's basketball team? I think they're kind of just middle of the pack. They've got Ohio, UMass, Bowling Green, Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, Toledo, Ohio.
Like they have been scraping by.
Not a lot of I mean, there isn't a whole lot of tough competition in the MAC in terms of basketball. So
no, and the fact that they might have scored 100 points on Kent State, but that game was only 107-101. They barely won. The first matchup against Buffalo in their home and home was 105-102.
Yeah, this is a fun story. And they can score really well, but like I'm just like, man, what if they run into a team like Arizona or Houston, Michigan even?
It might look like an NBA blowout.
Like a team like those are some just elite defensive units in the NCAA.
And Arizona continues their reign. They've been off since Saturday. They just had their big rivalry game against Arizona State, who is chilling around the 500 mark this year. So it wasn't too much of a challenge for them to take down the Sun Devils this season in basketball, but just some dominant performance from freshmen in this one for Arizona. Braden Burries, 17 points and 7 rebounds. He's really coming into his own in this part of the season, which has been perfect. And Koa Pete, fellow freshman, following it up with the 21 points for himself to push themselves over an 87-74 win on Arizona State. There's just so many young players matched up with your veteran guys that have patiently waited their turn for the other guys who eventually did get drafted to pass along, man. Because Jaden Bradley started off the year leading scorer, but now he's kind of taking that roll off, become more of a playmaker, and he's letting the younger guys kind of come into their own in the scoring category. Braden Burries averaged like 7 points like a month ago, and since the start of January, we've seen him go off for some crazy nights and really be one of the big reasons in the end of the day why Arizona even wins. So I really like this team. They've got one of the more underrated head coaches too. He's been around forever, and they got a good fan base over there in McHale. Arizona basketball fans are like, that is one of the most loyal fan bases I've ever seen. Is for University of Arizona.
Yeah, this is a scary good team. They're just taking out everybody that they run into. So they big win. They got a big win on the road against BYU, followed up by taking down your in-state rival. They do have a crazy tough finish to the year.
It's a tough road ahead of them.
Yeah. So, but they've already had a fairly tough go of it this year. They've beaten Florida, UCLA, UConn, Auburn, Alabama.
It's UConn's only loss. Connecticut really locked in their season once they lost to Arizona.
Yeah,
they started playing scary good.
I was covering the at work. We had the Creighton UConn game on our Fox affiliates, and that thing got. I mean, it looked like Creighton was maybe gonna keep it close because they were hitting a lot of threes in the first half, and then UConn just slaughtered them in the second half. I mean, they just bullied them off the court. Yeah, they're gonna they got one more game against Kansas State here in a couple days, and then they're gonna go Oklahoma State rather. Then they're gonna go Kansas, Texas Tech, BYU, Houston, get a little bit of a break, then Kansas and Iowa State before they close out against Colorado. So a lot. I mean, Arizona basketball is gonna be like must watch for most of their remaining matchups because they have a lot of. They have a lot of top games. I'm really looking forward to that Houston game because that's like one of the best offenses. That's the best offense in the Big 12 versus the best defense in the Big 12. Like, what's going to give there?
By that point as well, you really could be looking at the team that ends up ranked number 1 in the country after that game.
That's true. And I want to say though, K-Man, don't sleep on Iowa State. They're third there in that Big 12 conference, 20-2. They've currently got a top 5 scoring offense and a top 5 scoring defense. So they do really well at both ends of the ball. And I mean, they got off to an undefeated start before they dropped went like 16-0. Then they dropped 2 in a row. 1 to a really good Kansas team on the road, and then I think they let one slip on the road against Cincinnati. But then since then, they've locked back in, demolished UCF, Oklahoma State, Colorado, and Kansas State. So, which I mean, like, by no means like elite competition, but like when you aren't playing good teams, they just handle them easily. So. Plus, they've got that big win on the road against Purdue. So they're also going to have some big tests coming up here, though. They haven't played a lot of the elite teams in their conference. They're going to get Kansas one more time at home, Houston, BYU, Texas Tech, and Arizona still to go.
Yeah, I mean, those 4 teams, Houston, BYU, Arizona, Kansas, all 6 really, and Iowa State and Arizona. This whole last month of the season is probably the toughest schedule, really, because they're all in that top 15 range. One of them just set a school record for 22 consecutive wins. Man, this is like your top competition in the country, all playing against each other in the month of February.
Yeah,
this is like Big 12 is must watch right now.
Basically, any Big 12 game, you gotta just tune in to. I mean, UCF isn't even ranked, but like they're actually ahead of Texas Tech and BYU in the standings in the Big 12, and they are 17-4. They don't have a terrible basketball team by any means. Averaging around 84 a game, so they ain't too bad. They played Iowa. They got crushed by Iowa State, but they played Arizona kind of tough, and they've gotten a victory over Kansas. So I mean, even like some of your unranked teams,
yeah, they're really, really not that bad.
All right, Saturday also had another top 25 matchup that I think we should go over. That was Kansas BYU. And man, Richie Saunders for the Cougars. I know Diabance's the draw and the one that everyone talks about, but Saunders is like the heart and soul of that BYU team. And he's a senior, been there for a little bit, and this one they got down by a lot, and he was the one that nearly willed them back into this one with a 33 point, 10 board performance. He hit 6 threes, had 2 steals, and a blocked shot in this one as well. BYU was getting nothing off their bench. Diabonsa was kind of, he's really talented, but I think he really needs to work on his ability to self-create a little bit more. He doesn't really have a consistent jump shot. He's not too much of a threat beyond 3. Like, he really just likes to use his athleticism.
He can get downhill
to get to the rim.
And it's mainly, he's right-handed player, and he is more than likely going to drive left. And that's where he's been more successful this year, is just getting downhill to the left.
But like what I noticed in these past 2 games that BYU's lost against Arizona and Kansas, like they're just forcing the ball out of his hand.
Yep.
And I mean, like it's that inability to really be he doesn't have much of a jump shot. He doesn't feel like, I don't think he feels comfortable taking a lot of those further shots unless they're wide open. And so they're cutting off his lanes, and they're like forcing the ball out of his hands. And I mean, so he just, like, when he gets going, like, and he gets confident, like, then he'll start taking some more of those longer shots. But like, teams are just not letting him get into that rhythm. He did end up finishing with 17 in this one, but I think it started to open up because like they had to start honoring Richie's 3-point shots. I was where he was starting to hurt them.
His playmaking is also another thing, I think. Like you're saying, if you force the ball out of his hands, a lot of the times it's mainly just forcing him to take a shot that he doesn't want to, or just forcing him to try to get into a spot. Because I've seen a lot in the last few games, especially, that if you just kind of show that you're going to get into that lane and be as a help defender, he'll either do a low pickup and go and drive the lane, or he'll jump stop and he'll get right underneath the free throw line for that mid-range jump shot. And it's like him not just retreating when his lane is cut off and making one more extra pass. He's shooting above 50%. I get it. He's one of the guys on the team that's just here, go and get a bucket player. But at the same time, it's like just those moments where you can kick it out to one of your shooters.
I don't think he's got great vision either. Because, I mean, like they're sending a help defender, but he just doesn't have like the vision to find like where the open guy is. Like he just kind of tries to pass it to his closest teammate.
Yeah.
And it makes it easy for the defense to recover and get back. Like if he was able to like, okay, like they're bringing in the help defender, like, and if he's able to pass that ball over to the corner, like there's maybe an open look at a 3, but he's just going to kind of throw it to he's got to throw it to the far side corner, but he kind of just throws it to the near side corner. And that's a quick rotation.
They're able
back for the defense. They can get, so then the offense starts to kind of stagnate,
Yeah.
And so it's like teams can send extra help his way because he's not going to really burn you with a good pass or finding the open guy.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing that he's got to try to develop and work into it. Because I mean, if he can do that, like then you're really putting the team in the bind where it's like either you're going to have to like hope somebody can hold up in one-on-one or and stop him from getting by and getting to the rack, or he's going to find the open man. If BYU can start hitting threes too more consistently as a team, though,
it'll make their offense a little bit less more one-dimensional.
Because I mean, they can. I've seen like Saunders and Wright like light it up from 3.
Yeah,
but hey, let's give some credit to the Jayhawks. They were playing some fantastic defense. Peterson had 18 in the first half, and then he sat out the whole second half with he re-aggravated a hamstring injury. Neither squad really going deep into their benches in this one. or getting a whole lot out of their bench. I mean, Kansas didn't really play anybody off their bench except McDowell, who was filling in for Peterson in the second half. But Melvin Council, Bryson Tiller, Badunga were all stepped up fantastically. But man, yeah, when Peterson's out there on the court, it gets that offense.
It's a different team.
Going.
This is a way different team when he's on the floor.
Like they almost like they were a little less like he's able to like help space everything out. They get so much more pace going with him. I mean, you can see the difference with him out there versus not out there. They're still pretty good, just as good defensively without him out there, but it's like the offense is a lot more stagnant. I mean, you look at 53 points in the first half to just 37 in the second. There's a pretty big drop off, and they did give up in the first half. They only gave up 33, where they gave up 49. So it was, I think, like that. His health will be the big thing, but like Kansas with him out there on the court is a bona fide contender, which is crazy because I mean we've got at least 3 with Arizona, Houston, Kansas. I mean Iowa State. I can't even necessarily rule out of that as a potential contender in the Big 12. Like it's insane. It's an insane conference, man.
It's good to see that it is a lot of underclassmen that are dominating because of how the controversy right now with all these guys being like 28 years old, still playing college. We got leading scorer on top 2 leading scorers on Arizona right now are freshmen, Braden Burries and Koa Pete. And then we got Darren Peterson. He got some minutes with Kansas, and they've been a completely different unit. Cameron Boozer. He's been dominating with Duke.
Cam Boozer.
Who else? We got DeBonsa
Keaton
having
Wagler.
himself a good year. Keaton Wagler.
Can't forget Keaton Wagler. DeBonsa.
And there's many other guys that are in the Big Ten and SEC that are freshmen right now as well that are cooking up.
Caleb Wilson, that's who I was thinking.
Yeah,
from North Carolina, man.
It's a lot of underclassmen. They're dominating.
A lot of good. I mean, it's a lot of freshmen too. That's the crazy part. I mean, you got some of your more experienced college guys. I mean, Fears is just a sophomore on Michigan State, so that's an underclassman, and then a couple of guys who aren't even like crazy old, like Braden Smith has been. He is just now getting to his senior season, but he's kind of done the normal amount of time, like JT Toppin, stuff like that. Guys like that. PJ Haggerty, who's one of the top scorers in the country off of KSU. All right, well, I think one more final top 25 matchup before we go hit another quick break and come back for Team Builder. That was on – actually –
you want to look at our Coach of the Year candidates for the end of the year? Since it's getting – kind of close, like a month left.
That's true.
You can look at the top 12.
I will just give a quick synopsis of these two games because there's 2 of them. First, Illinois taking down Nebraska. So Nebraska's dropped 2 in a row now to top 10 competition. First, they lose to Michigan. Now Illinois here. So bit of the Cinderella run for the for Nebraska. They're getting a bit of a reality check. They've got Purdue coming up here. And I'll say, I mean, Nebraska did beat Michigan State and Illinois earlier in the year. So you're not going to, Big Ten's also a really competitive school. You're not going to win them all.
They've had a huge turnaround, though, because looking at this list of the top 12 for the Coach of the Year this year, Tommy Lloyd, Arizona, is obviously first, but Fred Hoiberg, after going 7-13 last year, they got a guy. He really bounced back. I mean, he was on the hot seat last year. There was more talks about him getting fired, and now he's bouncing back for Coach of the Year. Oh, it's still a pretty good team. He's currently second right now for that. Mark Byington in Vanderbilt at 3rd. Dusty May in Michigan. Bill Self over at Kansas at 5. Brad Underwood, Illinois, 6. Iowa State's TJ Otzelberger's at 7. Tom Izzo. Travis Steele, Miami of Ohio at 9. John Shire is rounding out your top 10 from Duke. Texas A&M's Bucky McMillan. Pretty solid addition in there. I'm glad he made the cut. And then St. Louis Billikens, John Schertz, baby. Got to have him in there. Got to have St. Louis in there for the coach of the year. Now your 3 that just missed it were Johnny Dawkins from UCF, Brad Brownwell, Clemson, and Virginia's Ryan Odom.
I think, depending on how they do through this final stretch, but because it's really tough, but I think Arizona's coach absolutely would deserve it if they finish with like only 3 or 4 losses, because they're going to play. Again, it's an incredibly difficult stretch. I just, it'd be so hard to come out of that undefeated, especially with some of those on the road. But even still, I think they might necessarily do that.
Yeah,
you've got a number of freshmen playing a lot of meaningful minutes for you. To be the best team in the best conference for college basketball, kind of feel like you'd have to be coach of the year. That's where that would be my prediction.
Yeah.
Or what's his name at Duke?
John Shire.
John Shire, yeah. To lose a player like Cooper Flagg and Con Knippel, and they what was their center's name that they also had with them? He was like a second.
Oh, he's on the Suns. Oh crap.
You lost
Malawak.
Thank you. Yeah, you lost 3 phenomenal players, and then they just come right back in the next year and still be a top team. And that just speaks to your coaching, your recruiting, your culture. I know Duke's one of those blue chip programs just has a lot of draw, a lot of history to it. But still, that was an insane amount of talent to lose, and to still be just
they
as
came
good
right back
the next year is really, really impressive. And to be they're kind of running away with the ACC. North Carolina's dropped off slightly. They've got Clemson and Virginia are trying to close in on them, but they still got a solid 2-game lead. 10-0 in conference play, only 1 loss on the year, and that's to the best team in the country. So, you can make the argument that Duke is really the second best team in the country, and they came up just short against the best team.
And efficiency ratings for offense and defense are top 5 in both. And average Division I experience of the other 9 rosters in these top 10 is 1.9 years. So the average experience for all the other coaches rosters in the top 10 for coach of the year is about 2 years. Duke's average is not even a single season for this roster with John Shire. He's been cooking up. He's been cooking. You got Cameron Boozer is literally the front runner for the National Player of the Year. So if they make a good tournament run, man, it's for sure got to be him or Tommy Lloyd, because Tommy Lloyd's got himself quite a resume too. Top 4 seed in the tournament each of his 4 seasons. This year he's most likely going to get a top 4 seed in the tournament, and then just the last few seasons of having so many guys from this team get drafted into the NBA. Ben Mathurin. And then last year, Caleb Love and Carter Bryant going. So another guy who's really able to lose talent to the league and then return it right back.
Yeah. Well, let us know who you think Coach of the Year should be. What you got for Player of the Year? I don't know if you have the finalists or the top players there, but I think you're going to have Like Boozer's obviously going to be up there. I think JT Toppin will probably get a nod. I mean, Koa Pete might be on there. DeBionce, Keaton Wagler could be on there.
Ladder for the top 10, Darren Peterson at 10. Yaxel Landenborg at 9 from Michigan. Jeremy Fears Jr. at 8. Darius Acuff Jr. from Arkansas. Braden Smith at 6. Caleb Wilson at 5. DeBonsa at 4. Joshua Jefferson, Iowa State at 3. JT Toppins, number 2. I like that. And then Cameron Boozer is just kind of killing everybody in the odds right now. But
yeah, I mean, I feel like it's going to go to him. But that's man, it's a crazy year of talent and skill in college hoops. It's a lot of fun to watch. All right, well, we're getting a little low on time, so we're just gonna go ahead and fire right into team building exercise.
And I'm putting together a special team.
all righty, everybody. You know the rules. For this one, we want to up the points just a little bit. So drop it down in the comments. We're going to do the 3 numbers to double. Send in those 3 numbers right now. We're going to aim for $1 million. Or we're going to do the 750,000.
I think if we're going to double that, we're going to have to go for $1 million.
All right, let's go 3 doubles, going for $1 million. Then we're doing 20 players.
20 players. Let me the screen share up here. Boom, pop, bang. I don't know why this opened it in a different tab, but all right. I'm gonna go ahead.
First spin there. Yeah. Add us to the stage.
There we go. We got the New York Knicks.
The Knicks.
Knicks. I mean, we could go Melo, I think, or Ewing's probably our top 2 options here. I feel like I think we should go Melo.
Let's go to Melo.
Grab his total. Remember, drop those numbers for us to double, folks. Carmelo's total over his career going to be 28,289.
It's not bad.
Good start. The Warriors. I mean, I feel like Steph's got to have a ton just because he hits a bunch of threes. I mean, he's
Steph, but we want to go Wilt.
Oh yeah, that's right. We probably do want to go Wilt. That's a good call. Yeah, back when they were the San Francisco Warriors. Which, I mean, they still are. They just go by Golden State now. Yeah, Mr. Wilt Chamberlain. That's going to be 31,419.
Speaking of teams that rebranded a little bit, I learned this morning that in 1994, the Brooklyn Nets tried to rebrand it to the New Jersey Sea Dragons.
Wow.
Or no, the New Jersey Swamp Dragons. Sorry, not the Sea Dragons.
The Swamp Dragons.
Yeah, obviously that was denied.
Yeah, that's probably a good call there. All right, the Toronto Raptors.
Okay, we got our doubles 4, 15, and 18.
4, 15, 18.
For the Raptors, we want to go with our boy VC.
Vince Carter, I think that's
long career where he played like 35 seasons.
Yeah, that's the guy to go with. Vince Carter. All right. Vince is going to have 25,728. go ahead and give us our next spin. And this one we get to double.
There we go.
And here, Kim, give me those. Actually, I'll add as we go, just so we have time. What were our first? The first two.
Carmelo Anthony, he's at 28,289.
289. And Wilt was 31. What?
Will Chamberlain, 31,419.
419. Perfect. Well, and then this was just perfect. We get the Bucks, so that's going to be the dream. Kareem.
Awesome.
Perfect one to double there. We are going to get
his total
38,000
on here. Okay.
387. I'll just
that's just totals in the regular season too.
Yeah, I think we're just it goes off a regular season total, which is what we're adding. All right, the Detroit Pistons. Got
Trying to think who we went with last time.
Could go with Isaiah Thomas.
Oh yeah, we went with Isaiah Thomas.
Unless there's anybody we're not thinking of that's better. Pistons. I feel like Chauncey Billups, probably not.
All right. This might be crazy. Blake Griffin had a pretty long career. I don't know if he probably doesn't have more points than Isaiah Thomas, but
let's see. Like Blake was from 2011 to 2023. He did kind of come off the bench. I don't know. Let's give him a try.
Give him a shot. We get a double this one, so it might not be too bad.
I thought we were doubling Kareem.
Oh yeah, we're doubling Kareem.
Yeah,
this
Blake's
one's number 5.
Oh, that was
a mistake.
14,513.
Man, all those clips of Blake Griffin like having some of his best offensive seasons on Detroit. He was like the best player.
Did he carry that team to the playoffs? Real talk, though. We're gonna get the Pelicans. Okay.
Ooh.
Do we think Anthony Davis has more than Chris Paul?
Nice. Joel hooked it up again. We got some Crown Burger. Shout out
out
to Crown Burger, man. And we got Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm so hyped
to hopefully add to our list of sponsors. Shout out Crown Burger.
I'm feeling froggy. Do we want to try Anthony Davis? I mean, he was like one of the most dominant players in the NBA for a good chunk of time.
Let's go with Anthony Davis.
Because I mean, like Chris Paul was a solid option when he was on
when they were the Hornets.
Yeah, the Charlotte Hornets before they moved. All right, that's not terrible from AD. 19,385. Man, I feel like that'd be more if he could just stay healthy.
Yeah, he is Anthony Davis.
People are total.
What was his total again?
19,385.
385.
We get the Hawks. I think. All right, we messed up last time and didn't take him. I think we got to just go Dominique Wilkins. Right.
Oh yeah. We thought about it, but we tried elsewhere.
That was a mistake. Yeah, this is a good number. 26,000. 668.
26,000.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Next spin. We're gonna keep this moving along here. Oh, give us a cast. Dang. Okay. We're gonna get the Bulls. Well, we'll go Michael Jordan. That's pretty easy. Michael Jordan. That'll be 32,292.
32,000.
Sir, 292. Gonna go ahead and give us a next spin here. going to land on the Jazz. Well, that's going to be,
That'd be Karl Malone.
unfortunately,
he is up there on that list, dude.
he's number 3 all time.
That guy was filling it up.
Broken stuff the stat sheet.
He really could. One of those guys that was never able to win a ring, was just one of those like elite level players to never get it done.
That's got to be like universal karmic justice that he never won a ring, but despite being such a dominant player. All right, that's 36,928. What number are we on now? How many players?
This is going to be spin number 10 right
10,
here.
okay. Halfway through the Kings. Oscar Robinson, right? Big O.
Yeah. Big O.
Oscar Robertson. He is gonna total up at. Scroll past it. Where'd they go? Where's his totals? Come on, Basketball Reference. Stop playing with me. There we go. 26,710.
Nice.
Pretty good there. All right. Number 11. We're going to get the Hawks again. What else we got? I think we went with Pete Maravich last time because he was a Hawk, right? Pistol Pete.
I thought he was only on the Jazz.
I thought we looked it up and he was also.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Because he got drafted by them, right, in 1970. Let's try him out.
Yeah, let's go Pete Maravich again. Yeah, he was there from 73 to 74, so he had at least a year with Atlanta. All right, that wasn't too bad. It's kind of bad. 15,948. All right. So spin number 12 is a little bit better here. We're going to get
12.
the Lakers. Boom.
Nice.
I mean, I think we just play it safe. Yeah, we go LeBron here. It's not.
Gotta go LeBron. We need that on the soundboard.
LeBron. Yeah, that's that's Flight Reacts, right?
Yep. The funniest clip though is 2021 playoffs. He was reacting to the Suns and the Lakers series.
42,888, by the way.
42,888. Gotta watch that. The Ayton of DeAndre clip. The funniest thing on the internet.
We get the Bulls again here. Scotty didn't have too many points, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he didn't have as many points as we thought he was going to.
Should we try Derrick Rose?
Let's try Derrick Rose. I like that.
Derrick Rose. That was a mistake. That's only 12,573.
Aw.
So, oops. My bad.
We're on 14 now.
It's worth a shot, though.
It was worth a shot.
Get the
Timberwolves.
Kevin KG, right?
Kevin
I mean
Garnett,
the big ticket. That's a no-brainer. Total is going to be 26,071. All right.
This is double.
15.
Number
so
15.
Double this one. Let's go. Give us something good or the Thunder. Okay.
Nice.
We'll work with that. That's Kevin Durant, right? I mean,
oh yeah.
No questions asked.
He just went in. He broke. He's now 6th, I think.
Yeah, I think he just passed Dirk not too long ago. All-time scoring.
sometime last month, I think.
That's going to be a lovely 31,749.
There we go. That's a perfect double.
That'll really help us out there.
Number 16.
16. Give us something good. The Heat. All right. D Wade.
Love it. D Wade.
Gotta be D Wade. That is gonna be, let's see what their total is. Respectable. That's 23,165. All right, we're gonna go spin again here. Make sure we're moving along nicely here. We're gonna get the Suns. Okay.
How many points Chuck have?
I was gonna say the lean, mean rebound machine. It's got to be Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley.
We're on what, 17 now?
Let's see.
Yeah, Chuck had 23,757 points.
Yep. How many points was that?
23,757.
Now here's our final double.
Final double.
Number
here.
18.
So let's get something good here. Gonna get the Nuggets. I think we found that it's Dan Issel.
Oh yeah, it's Dan Issel.
He's the best one to go with here. Played for 14 years. Was just an absolute scoring machine. Yeah, that's going to be 27,482. Lovely. So 2 more spins. This is number 19 here. We're going to get come on, Mavericks. Go Mavericks. Go Mavericks. The Nets. All right. A few options. We could go Carter, or not Carter, Jason Kidd. We could go Kyrie. We could go Harden. What are we thinking here?
Oh yeah, we could go hard.
Paul. Oh wait, Paul Pierce. We can go
Pierce,
Paul Pierce.
yeah.
Like,
I got Paul Pierce.
Let's not overthink that. Paul Pierce the third. It's going to be 26,397. All right.
Final spin.
Final spin.
Number 20.
What do we got here? Gonna get the Clippers. Unfortunate. Not the best. Not the best one to finish on.
Well, I guess here we could do CP3, right?
Didn't Bob McAdoo play on the Clippers? I am Moses Malone.
Oh yeah, we could do Moses Malone.
Let me make sure. I'm Bob McAdoo definitely played on the Clippers. Let me see Moses Malone. I'm gonna go just double check his career. Okay. No, it doesn't look like he was on the Clippers. I say Chris Paul. I say let's try Bob McAdoo, you know. He was a big could be. And Chris Paul's not going to do a ton for us, so Bob, we'll take a shot on him.
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, we weren't going to get it regardless, but he's 18,787. So now we do. Now we know. Shout out Bob McAdoo, though. Our final total, I was adding up as we went along, is going to be 626,754.
Ooh.
So a million might be really tough. I think
that might be pretty tough. We have to use 750.
We'll see. I think we had a lot of bad picks in this one.
Yeah.
We definitely missed probably some good players.
there's a few guys we did mess up on. I definitely think we probably could have gotten it. Because we had pretty solid doubles on there. Kareem.
Yeah, like that was a really solid one. Kevin Durant. Even Dan Issel was good. So
yeah.
Well, we'll just have to get back to the drawing board. I gotta there's some old dudes, some older players that from like the 70s that just scored a bunch. Like I gotta just get more familiar with like where Rick Barry, George Gervin, like what other teams they might have been on. Cause I know like Barry was he was a Warrior for a while, and I know he's got a number of points. George Gervin, Iceman with the Spurs. So, and there's some other guys. We're just gonna we'll have to get back into the lab, but I think a million's doable. We just can't. We had some wild misses on this one.
Yeah, a couple misses.
Really proud of
couple misses.
We'll be back at it next week for another go at it. Thanks for watching another edition of Till the Final Whistle here on Military Broadcast Radio. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature Broadcast Beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.